as you can see in my hands, we've got two new additions to the family. We've got the DF3 Armlock and the DF3 Broomstick. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel with probably the most anticipated putter review of the year. Obviously, if you watched any of our videos or watched any professional golf tournament, L.A.B has taken the putter world by storm. DF3 came out earlier this season and the train has not stopped. I mean, they are just steamrolling the competition. Obviously, broomsticks have been making a strong comeback with success already via Adam Scott and also with Lucas Glover winning back-to-back weeks last season on the PGA Tour with the Mez broomstick. He was our early adopter of the DF3. Bryson winning the U.S. Open wasn't any coincidence. What helped win there was putting. His method is Armlock. So now L.A.B has given us both options with DF3. One thing to note with the DF3 Armlock and the DF3 Broomstick is it is technically a slightly larger head called the DF3 XL, and that was to ensure that they get the weighting of the head correct without sacrificing any of the lie angle balance technology. One of the smallest features on this putter, in my opinion, that makes it so cool is the logos on the putter. On the bottom of the Armlock, we actually have a really cool Armlock logo that L.A.B has created, and then as you guessed it, on the Broomstick, we've got a nice broom logo. What's really cool about both of these putters is we still have all the customization options of 8 colors to choose from. We've got about 4 shafts from Acra, BGT, TPT, and then a few other stock options, as well as grips. The stock grip on the Broomstick is going to be that L.A.B Broomstick split, and then the stock grip on the Armlock is going to be the Jumbo Max, as made famous by Bryson. So they really are taking the options of getting custom fit to the next level with these putters, because it is still crucial to get fit for your lie angle, either in-store with us at Loggerhead or on L.A.B's virtual fitting through their link, and that's something they can walk you through or we could walk you through in the shop. Some of the main differences that you may be aware of between Armlock and Broomstick is Broomstick now is you cannot no longer anchor it to your body. So with the adoption of Rule 14B a few years ago, they took away anchoring. So that's why when you see Bernhard Langer or Adam Scott or Lucas Glover, there's a slight gap from the chest to the thumb because it can no longer be pressed or anchored against the body. Where with Armlock, you can run the putter up your forearm as long as it's below the elbow. And what's really important with Armlock putters is you want to have it slightly forward of center so that the angle of the grip presses into the forearm without affecting the face angle, keeping it nice, neutral, and square. With Broomstick, there's a lot of ways to handle a broomstick. So, as you see, Lucas Glover swings his arm out and grips it almost pencil style. You've got Phil, who's messed around with it a little bit, who does side or Will Zalatoris. You've got what we call, Caleb calls a chicken claw, is where you take your finger and you put it in between so it almost has a brace. And then you've got the reverse grip, which locks this right arm against your body to create some connection to allow the face to actually rotate through impact more correctly. So we're going to roll a couple putts. We're going to start with the Armlock. Just for me personally, it's a much more comfortable adaptation, considering I use a 35-inch putter, or excuse me, 36-inch putter, traditionally speaking. So what I'm going to focus on here is this is an uphill sliding a little bit to the left. As again, with Armlock, you want to have it slightly forward of center. So that way, when you set up, the grip presses against the forearm. Now, I like how Bryson does it, and that's how I've chosen to practice with this putter, is this right hand, the thumb is going on top of the flat spot, so that all we have to do from this point is point and shoot. I wish I could make it more complicated than that, but with their putters being anti-torque, you really don't have to worry about what your stroke's doing per se. Obviously, you still want to keep it as stable, but these putters take a lot of the guesswork out. And what's nice with the Armlock is this left hand is still being allowed to release down your target line. It's not going left, it's not pushing away. As long as you set up correctly, it pretty much forces you to release the back of that left-handed target. So I'm going to aim a little bit more right on this one, try to get that release point. And it went dead straight. Try one more, and then all right, well, the aerification got me, but that's okay. From about 12 feet, if that's a birdie putt, I'm taking all 3 of those. So I'm going to switch to the Broomstick, kind of see how it feels in my hands and how it compares, and then we'll go from there. That was good speed on all 3 of those. That other one just hopped in the air on me. So now with Broomstick, I've tried to warm up with this, and I've tried the pencil, I've tried the interlock. For me, putting the arm underneath and the thumb on the side allowing that connection to still happens. Even though the stroke with the broomstick is going to be slightly more inside to square the face up, I just feel personally more connected this way. So I'm going to roll some putts. I'm still going to start with my normal setup of putting the putter down first, now that we're not pressing it against that left forearm, to ensure that I can still release this putter. And we'll go from here. All right, so a little bit heavier. Obviously, this one's 47 inches compared to the Armlock at 39.5. Perfect. So another 3 good putts. Initial thoughts is broomstick, in my opinion, would just take you a little bit more time to get used to than Armlock would. And I think a lot of that's just the connection to the body versus the separation. What I would say as a putting coach is a lot of people who tend to be very wristy or handsy, having the Armlock putter against that forearm kind of takes that initial reaction of taking the putter back out of it, where broomstick you may still feel like you might be a little timid and bend the wrist. And then vice versa, if I have a player who struggles with speed control or stability through, having the extra length with broomstick or the extra mass behind the golf ball is naturally accelerating. So instead of you having to worry so much about you controlling the putter, you kind of just let the putter do its job. So if you have any questions about these putters, feel free to reach out and ask, because it is a complicated, do I go broomstick, do I go Armlock, why would I adopt either one? A lot of it is stroke dependent, but also too what you're struggling with. If you're inside of 5 feet with both putters, you're not going to miss putts. The main reason why is there's so much weight and you're connected to the putter, where with a traditional putter, you've got a lot of separation. Sure, your elbows are still connected with your body, but with the Armlock or with the broomstick, it's making you more aware of all the movements going on, and it's taking all the thinking out of putting, which mentally frees you up to just focus on what line you need to pick and what speed. So if you guys have any questions about these putters, feel free to ask in the comments, and we will get back to you as soon as we see it. If not, click the like and subscribe button, turn on push bell notifications, and we will catch you on the next one.